welcome back to Mini Brothers. Now, as you can see, we're back in Florida, and behind me, we have this GP3. If you've been watching the channel, you know whose GP3 this is. This is Gabriel's GP3. He has asked me to help him do some work on the car. So we've got a few things that we're gonna swap out. So let's talk to Gabriel and see what's going on with the car.
Hey guys, how are you? So we're going to be installing a 200 cell catted downpipe to the GP3, and we're also going to be installing the FTP boost and charge pipe kit, which we'll get more in depth about it because there's some parts that the GP3 does not need to be upgraded because it comes uprated from factory. So that's about it. We're going to do that install. It's not that easy, but we're going to get around to it. So let's go ahead and let's get to this install.
To get to what we need to get to work on this car, we're going to be changing the charge pipe, which is underneath here, and then the boost pipe, which is over on that side. To get to the boost pipe, we're going to have to take off the passenger wheel and the wheel well, and to actually get clearance there. But we're going to start by taking out the intake, and so we'll have clearance for the charge pipe. Okay, so we're under the GP now, and what we have to do is we have to take off this sort of half panel cover. Strangely enough, on the GP, the belly pan cover doesn't extend all the way. It's just kind of just the front of the car. If anybody knows why, leave it in the comments. I'm curious. It also appears that the oil pan feels a little more sturdy than what I have on my car. So I wondered if they bolstered the oil pan to make it a little easier, but this only extends 6 inches or so. Interesting. I see why they put like a little tab on this, because it's so hard to screw in. This piece that it connects to, there's actually a tab on it, right? Because without the tab, you can't hold it tight enough to actually get the bolt in, which is wild. back at it this morning. As you can see, the car is still dismantled quite a bit. We got pretty far yesterday. It got dark on us, but we got to the point where we can actually see the downpipe, which is that. So I've now got to get under the car, unbolt the downpipe, and get the new one installed, and then we can piece all this cowling back together. We've been struggling to get this hose off from the bottom, and part of the thing that's interesting is that since this is an automatic, it's actually very little space, so you don't really have room to put your hand down to the bottom connection. It's very tight down there because of the automatic transmission. So we've been struggling trying to get this, but I'm gonna take another attempt and try and disconnect it from the bottom and see if we can get this replaced. So we're finally able to get this hose out. This is the cool side, the charge pipe. So this is the hose right here. Now I know on the Cooper S, this hose is actually under recall, apparently. I was told by the dealer the other day, but I think this is actually a different hose on the GP. But we're able to get, now that we're able to get this out, we'll be able to put in the replacement hose from FTP Motorsports. Okay, so we've got the boost pipe back on. Everything's bolted up nicely. Now working on getting the downpipe off, and as you can see, there are a couple bolts right there from the downpipe. So we got to take those bolts off, and then we've got to disconnect the V-clamp underneath the car to pull this downpipe out. And to pull it out, you actually pull it out from the top. So it's going to come out through here. So just have to clear the space, make sure everything is disconnected, and then pull it out. Okay, we're under the car now, and basically we just have to remove this one bolt from the V-clamp to disconnect the exhaust from the downpipe, and then we've got to remove these rubber grommets from the downpipe, and we should be able to just pull it right out. So let's take this V-clamp off. were able to get the downpipe out. I really think this is probably a two-person job, but I was able to kind of finagle it out. I did have to remove an additional heat shield to get a little clearance to be able to pull the downpipe out. But once I removed that, it was much easier. Taking a look at the OEM downpipe that came out of the car, as you can see, it's much more bulky than the new one that's going in. This is a Concep Tuning downpipe, and as you can see, this was made specifically for Gabriel's car, which is awesome. Unfortunately, even though that engraving is really cool, nobody's going to see that once it goes in the car. So, but to look at the comparison between the two, what we're going for is some very dense cells to much less dense, and this is a 200 cell downpipe. So we're gonna, as a result, we're gonna allow the engine to breathe a little better, but it is catted, so it should not throw any check engine lights or any other codes. While I was trying to put on the new downpipe, both downpipes have this flange here that bolts up to a heat shield and up to the block of the engine. In the new downpipe, the flange is misaligned, so what I decided to do was take this piece off the part that actually it bolts to, because the downpipe itself is going to actually connect to the turbo here, and then it'll be floating, and then it'll connect to the exhaust here, and then you'll have those rubber grommets that allow it to hang. This is the piece that I took out. Obviously, if you're going to install the OEM back in, you can put that back on, but it's just a few bolts, and this was just misaligned. So there's no way for me to put the downpipe on and have that flange go through these bolts. So we've been working on trying to get this downpipe installed for the better part of the day. Here's the stock downpipe again, the OEM one, and here is the downpipe from Concep Tuning. Now, in the end, we ended up putting yet a third downpipe in the car, partially because this flange on the Concep Tuning downpipe was about 2 millimeters too thick, so we couldn't get the V-band over the flange to actually make it fit. So we ended up getting a buddy of Gabriel's had a downpipe in his car, and as you can see, we got that installed, and it took us only a couple minutes to get it installed, so the flange on this one was fine. I
really don't want to be an asshole to this company or this guy because he's been helpful to this point, but didn't fit. I think I'm going a little bit back and forth with him as to if I can return this part or not, so I'm very, very frustrated and upset right now. My buddy was coming here in his 2023 JCW, and he got a downpipe from another company, and we went to go look at his, and the measurement was a little bit smaller, which is what we needed for it to fit. We put his over here instantly. What, 20 minutes? And compared to the 4, 5 hours, 6 hours that we've been trying to do and install this downpipe from Concep Tuning, it fit perfectly. The mounting points are not perfect. We can't use the mounting points, so hopefully there's no vibration. But let's try to see if we can put everything back together. Now I have to pay for a different downpipe, and let's get this thing started and let's hear it.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. While you're down there, go ahead and subscribe. That helps us a lot.